Hi and welcome to my playhouse, and it's another day and another pair of rack rails in the back of the car. I promise you, if these doesn't fit, you're not watching this. My pride can't take it. So yeah, let's go mount them with the Lenovo SR650 in the data center. So here we are in the data center, and I'm not looking into the sun anymore, which was pretty tough. So last week I tried to install this SR650, and it turned out that I had the wrong rails for it, and that was quite embarrassing. Although everybody was very nice in the comments and didn't mention it at all, so thank you very much. So I'm gonna take this out and we're gonna try those new rails. And I did check the rails. They have 4 slots for the server to go in, which the SR650 also has. So let's take this out. As you might remember, I just put it in there. It was just on top of the other one. But this time I'm gonna check if the holes are in the right places before I mess with it. So the back one, that one fits there, that one fits there, that one fits there, and that one fits there. I believe we're good to go. Awesome. So it needs to go in this hole, so the light there. I want to check if I can mount the back one from here. Might be able to. Nah, we'll go around the back. So let's see. This one, I might want to take these cables over it and then put this in there. Okay. We need the other one as well. That was the back ones, so now we need the front ones there. So this is just a tab that goes away that can that holds it in place. So there. You can put a screw in, but it's not really gonna go anywhere. So now we take the rails out all the way. So these servers, they have to come down and in. Like you put the bottom in, and then it goes back a little bit, and then it clicks into place in front. It's kind of a two-man job. But even a two-man, it's pretty difficult because you have to kind of try and have your hand everywhere. That was pretty much a perfect example of how to do it. I was very lucky. So now the server can go in. And it can come back out. Ta-da. And what I just did is really very well illustrated on these 2 drawings here. So that one server, the back of it down into the slots, and then it goes back a little bit, and then the front clicks in place. And then when we want to take it out, well, then you lift the front up first, and then you pull it out and up. And yeah, that's good to go. The last drawing, we'll get to that. The last drawing here is how to put your backplane into the server. If you have a backplane, I have a backplane. This backplane, I have to thank my patrons for sponsoring, because I have spent Patreon money getting a backplane for this server. It wasn't too expensive, but it's still good money. So yeah, I wanted a backplane for it. I got a backplane for it. So I bloody hope it works. So let's open up and see if everything works out. It might actually just, now that we have it on rails, it's very convenient to work with it now. Okay, let's get this out of the way for just a second. and then take the top off the casing. So awesome! So naturally the backplane goes up here. To get to everything, I think we should remove the fans. I'll just put them back here for a bit. So now we need to go in here, put the backplane in, and yeah, let's see what we got. First, this one was good because it came with power cables, which is awesome. So in bubble wrap, thank you very much. More bubble wrap. And I forget where I get this from. I think it was eBay. So it's a backplane full of holes, and that is naturally because these servers use a lot of airflow. So it's not only the drives that needs to get air through the server, also everything down here, like the CPUs and the RAM and big beefy graphics cards or whatever I could come up with to put in here. So I think we should get rid of some of the plastic as well, just to make it easier to see. Plastic. There. So we have power connector number 1 in here. So I do believe this cable looks like it might go for power connector number 1 and go this way. Maybe something like this. Looks like it might have come out of a server like this and go into the backplane. Probably somewhere like that. Have no idea. We'll figure that out. And then we have power connector number 2. Let's see. Power connector number 2. That is, I'm looking at the back of the lid. So we have number 29 is power connector number 1. Number 20 is number 3. Number 24, which is that one. Sorry. It has number 24 here, but it's power connector number 2. So 1, 2, 3. So, but first let's check if this backplane fits in the server. Otherwise we're kind of not gonna get far. So I do believe that it goes in that way. So there it has these 2 blue screws that will screw it in place. So yeah, this looks very promising. There's tabs here that lines up, and if you need a backplane like this, you can go on to Lenovo Press. Lenovo Press has all the documentation for all the different Lenovo servers, and Lenovo Press and the SR650, and they have the model numbers for the different backplanes that you can put in here. This one is kind of a stupid one. It has room for 12 drives, so there's a connector here, a mini SAS, 12 gigabyte per second, and a 12 gigabyte per second, and a 12 gigabyte per second. So each of these connectors can handle 4 drives. So it's more or less, it's just forwarding those 4 drives to each connector. So this is a stupid one. You can get some smarter ones where it's kind of a SAS expander. It takes all the drives and it puts it into less connections if you want to do that. So I'm gonna try and, oh, that was easy. Just clicks in place, and then we screw these in. Oh, they don't even have to screw in, they just click in place. That is marvelous. That's almost too easy. For the amount this costs, I'm gonna do it again. So comes out and it goes back in. Yeah, too easy. So let's try the power connector, and I have that going for us right here. You're kind of watching it opposite me, but power connector number 1, and it comes with a power cable Well, it has, even the cable has numbers, so you don't have to guess. So I'm pretty certain that this one clicks in there, goes behind this plastic, and goes in behind this thing, because the fan assembly is going to be sitting here, and then it clicks into this connector right there. Clickety click. So, and that goes kind of out of the way. I don't know. This is actually one of the servers that has pretty good cable management. I had the pleasure of working on a Lenovo SR650 version 3, which is a 3U server and a beast that is meant for GPU stuff, and that has awful cable management compared to this. So this cable is a little bit different. It has a larger connector here, and it has a smaller connector here, and the smaller connector goes up here in the backplane. There is a smaller connector for it, so we're gonna pop that in there, and then we're gonna pop it into port number 2 down here, and come on, 2. If I can hit it. Yeah. Good. That was the power for it. So yeah. We need to put some card in here, otherwise it's not going to be much fun. Lacking in that regard as well. Down here there is a room for a rate controller or an HBA that can pop in and sit in this dedicated slot for it on the system board. And Lenovo has a lot of different boards that you can put into this server. Funny enough, they're pretty expensive, so that's a bit of a yeah, I haven't purchased that yet. To be quite honest, I wanted to make sure that this worked before I purchased that one, because this was cheaper than the card that goes in here. So I need to go shopping for that, or I need to come up with some other way to do what I want to do there. I do have some Adaptec cards here that might do the trick. I haven't had much luck with these cards. As soon as I put them into anything, they have kind of just stopped the server from booting. So I don't know if this works, but I wasn't actually expecting to get this far today, so I think I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead with this project, and we are gonna continue. I'm gonna figure out what I want to do. We can put the fans back in. See if our cable management is gonna work for us. There. Cool. That works. And it does have room for cables to go underneath the fans here, just barely. And of course the plastic goes back on here. And we have this weird one that goes over here. So yeah, good to go. To continue this, need to figure out if I want that or if I should do something else. See, I have a bad disk in my 24/7 server. That's not good. So this is where we're gonna end it. That was a really short video for once, but this time it was because everything worked and I didn't have to mess around with stuff that didn't work, which was nice for a change. And again, thank you very much to my patrons for sponsoring me and making it affordable to go buy hardware for a server that I probably otherwise might find another weird solution to solve this. But this way I get to do it the right way, with the backplane that fits for this server and the right cables and everything. So thank you very much to my patrons, and if you're interested in becoming a patron, there is about 140 patrons at the moment. Once there was 200, would have liked to continue up there. So yeah, it's not very expensive. $1 or $3 are the tiers that I've made, so I mostly just like the community. But thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.